1. Hook serverless computing sounds like a money-saving dream, right? But what if I told you it can actually cost you more? Stick around to learn why serverless isn't always the cheaper option and how to make informed choices for your project. But, as usage scales, costs can spiral out of control. The real problem? Lack of visibility into how serverless pricing works and how to optimize it. 3. The simple explanation: serverless architecture means you don't have to worry about server management. You focus on writing code. But this convenience comes with a catch. Pricing is often based on execution time, memory usage, and the number of requests. Here's how it breaks down. Execution time: you're billed for every millisecond your function runs. Memory usage: more memory means higher costs. Requests: you pay for every single invocation. When your app grows, those costs can pile up. A simple function might seem cheap at first, but if it runs frequently, the bills can add up quickly. 4. Real-world example: let's consider a real-world scenario. Imagine a startup, QuickFetch, which built a serverless app on AWS Lambda. Initially, their function to fetch data from a database cost them $10 a month. It was perfect, quick and easy. However, as they grew, their user base expanded to 10,000 users, with each user making an average of 100 requests a month. Suddenly, they were looking at 10,000 users, 100 requests/user equals 1 million requests/month. Each request took about 200 milliseconds to process. With AWS Lambda, they'd incur costs based on execution time: 1 million requests 0.2 seconds equals 200,000 seconds. Cost: AWS charges $0.00001667 per gigabyte second. If they allocated 512 megabytes of memory, that's half a gigabyte. The total cost for execution alone would be about $1,000 just for the requests. Add in other services, and their serverless solution now costs them $1,200 a month. This was a shocking turnaround for the team, which had to reconsider their architecture. 5. What to do instead to avoid unexpected costs with serverless. Follow this framework. Assess your use case. Are your functions stateless? Will they be invoked frequently? Calculate costs. Estimate how many requests you'll get. Measure the average execution time and memory usage. Use cloud calculators to simulate your expected load. Set thresholds. Determine a cost threshold you're willing to accept. Consider a switch to a more traditional setup if your costs exceed this threshold. Monitor and optimize. Implement monitoring tools to track function execution. Identify slow functions and optimize them to reduce execution time. Plan for growth. Design your architecture to allow for easy scaling. Consider hybrid models where you can mix serverless and traditional servers based on usage patterns. 6. Common mistakes. Ignoring cold starts. Cold starts can add latency to your functions. To avoid this, keep functions warm by scheduling regular invocations. Over-provisioning memory. Many assume more memory equals faster execution. This isn't always true. Start with minimal memory, then adjust based on performance tests. Not monitoring costs. Failing to monitor costs can lead to budget overruns. Set up alerts for spending thresholds to keep track. Neglecting API gateway costs. If you use API gateway, remember it has its own pricing structure. Analyze this in your cost calculations to avoid surprises. Avoiding traditional models. Some use serverless for everything, even when a traditional model might be cheaper. Evaluate your workload and choose the best model for each component. 7. Quick checklist. Assess your use case to see if serverless is a fit. Calculate potential costs using cloud calculators. Set a clear cost threshold for your budget. Monitor function execution and costs regularly. Optimize performance and memory usage based on real data. 8. Summary plus CTA. Serverless can be a great tool, but it's not always the cheapest solution. Understanding the nuances of pricing and how to optimize your architecture can save your startup from unexpected expenses. If you found this video helpful, drop a comment with your thoughts or questions. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights to help you navigate the cloud landscape effectively. Bonus practical tip: if you're unsure what to pick, Start with the simplest option that ships today. Then measure for 7 days, latency, errors, deploy time, and cost.